The things I saw beggar description. The visual evidence and verbal testimony of starvation, cruelty, bestiality were overpowering. I made this visit deliberately in order to be in a position to give firsthand evidence of these things if ever in the future there develops a tendency to charge these allegations to mere propaganda. That was General Dwight D. Eisenhower, who later became our president. Sadly, today over 40% of Americans and over 60% of American young people do not know what Auschwitz is. Staggering statistics which prove that public education is national security, and that only an engaged citizenry, along with simple empathy, can prevent man's inhumanity to his fellow man from recurrence in the future. I thank you once again for your time this evening, and I remain hopeful that together we can stand up and speak out so that things like this don't happen in the town of Carmel or any place else. Thank you.
Brett, thank you very much. Thank you. Very important. Joel?
First, I want to thank Susie, Frank, and Bob for coming to our first Judge James Reed's Vision Breakfast a couple of Sundays ago. I think it was very appropriate. Some of the topics we talked about were very similar to what Brett was just talking about now, tolerance. And I think that with this town board, I think we're going to be in very good shape. And I thank you so much for coming, and we hope to see you again next year. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. So we're going to open up the town board voting meeting. So do I have a motion to open the meeting? Okay, second? I'll second it.
Second.
Yep. So the, all in favor? Thanks, Frank. I keep on forgetting all in favor. Thank you. Okay. So the first item is to accept the town board minutes for January 15th, 2020.
So moved.
Second? Okay. I don't have to do a roll call vote for that, right? Just all in
All in
favor?
favor? Aye.
Aye. Okay. So the first resolution is making appointment to Town of Carmel Environmental Conservation Board. And Bob, would you please read that?
Resolved that the town board of the town of Carmel hereby appoint Anthony Federici to the town of Carmel Environmental Conservation Board for a term commencing immediately and concluding June 13th, 2020. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon?
Yes, aye.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes, with pleasure. Yep. And we just appointed Anthony Federici, who's here tonight. And Anthony was born and raised in Mahopac, and he's raising his family here. He attended Quinnipiac Law School, and we welcome you to the ECB board.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Anthony, you don't have to stay for the rest of the meeting if you don't want to. You can escape now.
I appreciate it very much.
All right, thank you. Councilman Lombardi, you'll do resolution number 2?
Sure, resolution, make an appointment to the Town of Carmel Planning Board. Resolve the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby appoints Victoria Causa to the Town of Carmel Planning Board for a term commencing immediately and concluding December 31, 2026. I offer this resolution as read.
Need a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes. Okay. Resolution number 3 is a resolution authorizing deletions to the active list of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department. Councilman Chanel, if you'll read this.
Be it further resolved that the town board of the town of Carmel hereby authorizes the removal of the following names from the active list of the Mahopac Volunteer Fire Department: Theodore Martine, Marlena Whitback, Drew Kanash Jr., Brianna Speckman, Jamie Fieldale, Max Marino, deceased. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay. Roll call vote?
Councilman Chenille?
Aye. Yes.
Chanel.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes, thank you. And thank you to all of the men and women who were active and now are not for the volunteer fire department. So resolution number 4 is a resolution authorizing signing of a change order number 1, landscaping, grass cutting contract for town parks. Councilman Lombardi, if you'll read that, please.
And whereas on March 21st, 2018, the Town of Carmel had previously authorized entry into a contract for landscaping and grass cutting services at various Town of Carmel park facilities with Greenway Property Services, Rybrook, New York. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of Town of Carmel Director of Recreations and Parks, James R. Gilchrist, hereby authorizes Deputy Supervisor Suzanne McDonough to sign change order number 1 to the aforementioned contract, resulting in an overall contract price increase of $8,275 annually for the contract year of 2020 and 2021. And be it further resolved, the Town Controller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this resolution as read.
Need a second?
Second it?
Roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Thank you. Resolution carries. Resolution number 5 is a resolution authorizing renewal of licensing agreement with ASCAP. Councilman Chanel, if you'll read that.
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby authorizes the renewal of the license agreement with ASCAP for public performances of copyrighted music for the year 2020 at the annual rate of $363. And be it further resolved that the James Gilchrist, Director of Recreation and Parks, is hereby authorized to sign any necessary documents and/or reports concerning said renewal on behalf of the Town of Carmel. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Okay, resolution carries. Resolution number 6 is a resolution authorizing advertising for bids, summer bus transportation program, Department of Recreation and Parks. And Frank, if you'll read that?
Resolved that pursuant to the request of James R. Gilchrist, Director of Recreations and Parks, Town Clerk Ann Spofford is hereby authorized to advertise for bids for bus transportation for the Town of Carmel Recreation and Parks 2020 Summer Camp Program. And be it further resolved that the Director of Recreation and Parks is to furnish detailed specifications for the above to Town Clerk Ann Spofford to be used in conjunction with the town's general bid conditions and specifications. I offer the resolution as read.
I'll second the resolution.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Okay, resolution number 7 is a resolution accepting proposal for professional services, Phase 3 Airport Park improvements. Bob, would you please read this?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts the proposal of Insight Engineering Surveying and Landscaping Architecture, PC, Carmel, for the services required in connection with the update of design documents and provision of construction administration services for Phase 3 improvements to be constructed at Airport Park in accordance with the proposal of January 15, 2020, at the cost not to exceed $42,000. And be it further resolved that Deputy Town Supervisor Suzanne McDonough is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein. And be it further resolved that the Town Controller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Okay. Resolution number 8 is a resolution authorizing attendance at the seminar. And Councilman Lombardi, if you'll read that?
Resolve the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, P.E., to attend the New York State Water Environmental Association Seminar being held February 4th in 2020 in New York, New York. And be further resolved, the Town Board of Town of Carmel authorizes payment of all reasonable and necessary expenses incurred in connection thereupon with audit. I offer the resolution as read.
I second the resolution.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Okay, resolution
Got a
carries.
real knack for that now.
I know. Resolution number 9 is a resolution authorizing purchase of pressure regulating valve, Carmel Sewer District Number 2. Councilman Shannell, will you please?
Resolve the Town Board of the Town of Carmel acting as Commissioners of Carmel Sewer District 2 and upon recommendation of Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti hereby authorizes purchase of a pressure regulating valve for Carmel Sewer District Number 2, microfiltration units from Miller Energy Incorporated, South Plainfield, New Jersey, at a cost not to exceed $5,892.75 in accordance with the proposal dated December 26, 2019, and be it further resolved that Deputy Town Supervisor Suzanne McDonough is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein. And be it further resolved that the Town Controller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Okay, roll call vote?
Councilman Shannell.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Resolution carries. Resolution number 10, resolution authorizing emergency purchase Carmel Sewer District Number 2. Councilman Lombardi, if you please read that.
Resolve the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, acting as Commissioners of Carmel Sewer District Number 2, and upon the recommendation of Town Engineer Richard J. Franzetti, hereby authorizes the emergency purchase of a commuter unit for Mechanic Street Pump Station facility from G.P. Yeager, Inc., Booton, New Jersey, at a cost not to exceed $18,188.94 in accordance with the proposal dated January 8, 2020. And be it further resolved that Deputy Town Supervisor Suzanne McDonough is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the action contained herein. And be it further resolved, the Town Controller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer the resolution as read.
I second the resolution.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Shannell.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Okay, motion carried. Resolution number 11 is a resolution authorizing advertisement for bids. Councilman Chanel.
Resolved that the town clerk, Ann Spofford, is hereby authorized to advertise for bids for the replacement/reconstruction of the roof at the sand filler facility at the Carmel Sewer District Number 2 watershed treatment plant. And be it further resolved that upon finalization and completion of bid specifications, Town Engineer Richard J. Vanzetti, P.E., is to furnish detailed specifications for the above to the town clerk, which are to be used in conjunction with the town's general bid conditions and specifications. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Shannell.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Okay. Resolution number 12 is a resolution authorizing purchase of sander unit, Town of Carmel Highway Department. Councilman Lombardi, if you please read that.
Resolve the Town Board of Town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael J. Simoni, hereby authorizes the purchase of a Tornado sander unit from Hudson River Truck and Trailer, Poughkeepsie, New York, at a cost not to exceed $5,895 in accordance with the proposal dated December 17, 2019. And be it further resolved that Deputy Town Supervisor Suzanne McDonough is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein. And be it further resolved that Town Controller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer the resolution as read.
I second the resolution.
Roll call vote?
Yes.
Councilman Shannell. Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Resolution carries. Resolution number 13 is a resolution accepting proposal for professional services, tank inspection and recertification services, Carmel Highway Department. Councilman Shannell, will you please read this?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, upon the recommendation of the Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael Simoni, hereby accepts the proposal of American Petroleum Equipment and Construction Company, also known as APECCO, Walden, New York, to perform fuel tank inspection and recertification services as required by New York State Department of Environmental Conservation and the old Route 6 Town of Carmel Highway facility. And be it further resolved that such services are hereby authorized at cost not to exceed $6,187 in accordance with the proposal dated January 7, 2020, and be it further resolved that Deputy Town Supervisor Suzanne McDonough is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein. And be it further resolved that the Town Controller, Mary Ann Maxwell, is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers and modifications required to fund the cost of the authorization. I offer this resolution as read.
Second.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes. Resolution carries. Resolution number 14, resolution authorizing emergency repairs, Town of Carmel Highway Department. Councilman Lombardi.
Resolved that Town Board of Town of Carmel, and upon the recommendation of Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael J. Simone, hereby authorizes the performance of emergency repairs for Highway Truck Number 28 to Ben Funk, Inc., Hudson, New York, at a cost not to exceed $10,296.22, in accordance with the proposal dated January 9, 2020. And be it further resolved that Deputy Town Supervisor Suzanne McDonough is hereby authorized to sign any and all necessary documentation to accept the proposal and authorize the action contained herein. And be it further resolved that Town Controller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers or modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer the resolution as read.
I'll second the,
Okay, roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon?
yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes. Resolution passes. Resolution number 15 is a resolution authorizing emergency repairs, Town of Carmel Highway Department. Councilman Shannell.
Resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Carmel, and upon the recommendation of the Town of Carmel Highway Superintendent Michael J. Simone, hereby authorizes the performance of emergency repairs for Highway Truck Number 49 by Ben Funk Incorporated, Hudson, New York, at a cost not to exceed $18,572.22, in accordance with the proposal dated January 2nd, 2020. And be it further resolved that Deputy Town Supervisor Suzanne McDonough is hereby authorized to sign any and all documentation necessary to accept the proposal and authorize the actions contained herein. And be it further resolved that the Town Controller Mary Ann Maxwell is hereby authorized to make any and all necessary budget transfers and modifications required to fund the cost of this authorization. I offer the resolution as read.
Second.
Roll call vote?
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes. Thank you. Motion carries. Resolution number 16 is a resolution pursuant to Town of Carmel Town Code, Section 156-76. Frank, if you'd please read this.
Resolved the Town Board of Town of Carmel, pursuant to Carmel Town Code, Section 156-76, hereby refers the petition for a text amendment to Chapter 156 of the Town Code of the Town of Carmel entitled Zoning, filed by Centennial Golf Club of New York LLC dated December 24, 2019, to the Town of Carmel Planning Board for its review, comment, and/or recommendation. I offer the resolution as read.
I'll second the resolution.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes. Motion passes. Resolution number 17 is a resolution accepting proposal for special counsel services. Bob, will you please read that?
Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Carmel hereby accepts the proposal of the Pinsky Law Group, Syracuse, New York, for the provision of special counsel and legal services in connection with the Town of Carmel and its contracts with various not-for-profit contractors. Said proposal to be in the form as is currently on file in the office of the Town Supervisor and at an aggregate annual rate not to exceed $20,000. And be it further resolved that the cost of said services shall be appointed accordingly to the fire protection districts, ambulance districts, etc., for which said services shall be provided. And be it further resolved that upon presentation of insurance certificates in form acceptable to the Town Council, Town Deputy Supervisor Suzanne McDonough is hereby authorized to execute any and all necessary contract documentation to effect acceptance of this proposal upon the terms authorized herein. I present this proposal as read.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Shannon?
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi?
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough?
Yes. Motion carries. Resolution number 18 is a resolution authorizing commencement of litigation. Councilman Lombardi, if you please read that.
Resolved the Town Board of Town of Carmel hereby authorizes Greg L. Fulchetti, 1875 Route 6, Carmel, New York, to commence proceedings in the Supreme Court, Putnam County, New York, for breach of contract claims against RNS Waste Services LLC, its successors and/or assigns, relating to all claims of the Town of Carmel and Town of Carmel Garbage District relating to certain contract for the collection of refuse, garbage, recycled materials, and bulk collection. And be it further resolved, the said legal services are hereby approved at a rate of $205 per hour. I offer the resolution as read.
Need a second?
I'll second.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Shannon.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Motion carries. The last resolution is a resolution number 19, resolution authorizing entry into contracts. Bob?
I'll offer this resolution as pre-filed with the town clerk. It's in relation to the contracted services and the amounts not to exceed.
I second.
Okay, so we have a second roll call vote, please?
Councilman Shannon.
Yes.
Councilman Lombardi.
Aye.
Councilwoman McDonough.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. So that concludes our voting session. So now we're going to open the floor up for public comment for 3 minutes on agenda items only. Is there anyone here in the audience that would like to speak 3 minutes on agenda items only? Going once, twice, no takers, okay. Does town board members have any comments? On agenda items? No, okay. So now it's the open forum part of the meeting. Again, public comments on new town-related business, 3 minutes for a maximum of town residents, property owners, or business owners only. Does anyone would like to come up for 3 minutes, talk? No? Oh, 3 minutes or less. Yep, nope, all right. Any town board member comments? No, all right. I just want to mention a few things, that Wednesday, February 12th, we are closed for Lincoln's birthday, so our meeting will be held on Thursday, the 13th. And then we're also closed on Monday, February 17th for President's Day. Okay, no comments? All right. We do have executive session with Greg Fulchetti, Town Legal Counsel, pending litigation update. So I need a motion to close,
Motion to go into executive session.
to go into executive session, and we're going to close it
Inside,
inside.
yes. So
Perfect.
Second it.
So Frank
Made a
made the motion, Bob seconded it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Thank you, everyone. Get home
Thank you.
safe.
Good night.